my perception of this whole ordeal, the little reading that I've done and heard of, is that this man has been teaching and bringing the American Negro the knowledge of self. He has written over 1,200 books, documented, breaking down the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Gasman's ethics, the Sumerian, Babylonian doctrine, and the structure of the government knows who he is. So they always create a false charge to imprison people. My little time of spending time with him, I see within myself and reading, studying the knowledge and the culture that he has brought to us. That's not in that man's character. Regardless what people say, look at who you're getting your information from. Look at the so-called white man history of murdering, going into other people's countries, taking their wealth and everything, forcing them to submit to them or they be wiped off the planet.
Yeah, so we saw it in Rosewood, East St. Louis,
yes.
Tulsa. So Babylon definitely has a history of trying to handicap the black community by way of violence, false imprisonment. I mentioned that the detective came out against it. One of the accused ladies came out and said that it wasn't true. Are there individuals who set out, who say who might have a personal grudge with Dr. York that Babylon would be able to use to launch against him?
All of his, not all of his children, but the majority of them, one named Jacob York.
So it sounds like there's one child in particular,
yes.
And his name is?
Jacob York.
Okay.
And he coerced other young ones at that time to go along with him because the government promised them monies and stuff. Though bear in mind that Dr. Malachi Z York has forgiven them because he said if it hadn't been for them falsely accusing him, he wouldn't have been able to write our own culture and put it in book form about who we really are under the name of like Musbatyu Shalil Wu Sabat.
Mm-hmm.
That name have many persuasions, but the closest is Anemism, the people who is in tune with natural nature.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that we need to step outside of the European concept of Babylonian, the three blinding like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Step outside of that and start looking and respecting our own creator, which simply put, our mother and father,
mm-hmm.
and trace that back to their mother and father, He said go back 4 generations, and you be able to tap into that and turn ourselves inside out. I'm of a person that's introverted,
mm-hmm.
inward a lot, so I can identify with that. And that's all he gonna wrote books on that. If you ever get a chance, sit down and read them. Go to any Nuwapian website and see if you can order some of the books, Actual Facts,
mm-hmm.
and Pantarak.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it a fact that our mother and father is the ones who put us here? So that's our creator. That's real. But some false belief about a gold up in the sky and always be a man when that gold had to come to the earth, make some mud and water to make a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
But we still under that spell. When our mother and father is the ones that created us. And their mother and father created them. So follow natural nature, that's the way it's done. Science has proven this. And your own being walking on back of this planet, you know for sure that that's who put you here. So that's our creator.